Hi, guys. Okie dokie. Let's see. We got Alex, Bella. Hakeem and Haley.
Hi, Miss Jost.
Morning. How are you?
Good.
Okay, guys, you actually got here at the right time. Yay. Good for you.
Yeah.
I assume you saw my.
Yeah, I did
Excuse me,
too.
guys.
Yep.
As I assume you saw the posting with the schedule for today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like there's only 4 of you and 1 of me. Okay. So what
That's the first thing I did this morning. I checked my email, make sure that does a 2-hour delay or not.
Yeah. So that's good. So class is only going to be like 20 minutes long. So it goes to, let's see, this first period goes to 25 after 10. So we don't have a whole lot of time. We have about 20 minutes. So what I was originally going to do was have you break out into groups and work, with one partner to do the graphic organizer for Sea Fever. But since there's only 4 of you, maybe we could all work together.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
So
good.
what I need you to do is I need you to split your screen and hold on one second.
Already done.
Okay, so in Classroom, I posted, here comes Devin. I posted a graphic organizer for Sea Fever. Could you open that up? And then I will open up mine. We got some more people coming in. Okay. And Devin. Okay. So let me ask you a question, guys. Oops. Hold on. Can you see my cursor on my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
I don't need to do that. You can see my pointer on my screen. I think
Yeah.
that was for the Promethean board I needed to do.
Yeah.
Unless they need to worry about. Okay, so Caleb and Devin, hello. What we decided to do was, rather than do breakout groups, because we only have about 20 minutes, was we were going to work on this graphic organizer together. You're also going to need, obviously, the Sea Fever document, the text itself. So we need to pull that up as well. Oops, that's the wrong thing, Mrs. Jost. You don't want that. Oh my goodness. Go back. Text. Here we go. Oh, goodness gracious. That's not what I want either. All right. I will find it, I promise. Copy of Sea Fever. First period. Here we go. I got it now. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the question that you have to work with. And the question says, in the poem Sea Fever by John Masefield, the narrator is longing to return to the sea. In a well-written paragraph, give at least 2 examples of what he misses about the sea. So first of all, let's go back to basics. Caleb, could you tell me what I should underline in the directions to help me figure out what to turn around into an answer? Say again, honey. I didn't hear you, Caleb, because somebody dinged into my room.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay. So the question is, what part of the direction should we underline to help us turn the question around? Or highlight in this case, we'll highlight. All right, somebody help Caleb out. Who thinks they know what to do?
Me, Haley.
Me, Haley. Go, Haley. What should we highlight or underline?
Well, we need to highlight in a well-written paragraph, get at least 2 examples of what he misses about the sea.
There you go. And we should probably highlight paragraph. I'm going to do that in a different color. So could you guys do that on your copy? So also in your claim statement box, right, you're going to want to have, since we know it, the title of the text and the author, because we know that information, right? So that's good information to have.
Shouldn't we also underline in a well-written paragraph?
Well, paragraph, all your paragraphs should be well written. I just say that in directions just because. Who's that little guy behind you, Bella?
My brother.
Your brother? Hi, little guy brother. All right.
Hi, Jess.
So, Kiera and Georgia, I know you guys popped in a little bit late, but we are working on the graphic organizer for Sea Fever. So you're going to need the text up. You're going to need your copy of the graphic organizer. You're also going to need to look at my screen a little bit. So that's 3 things. So who would like to, well, let's just talk first about what are 2 examples of him missing the sea.
We could take like any like little line basically from the text.
Right, but my question is, what are we going to put in our first claim statement, focus statement box? Let's just take the information we have. You know, we're working with Sea Fever by John Masefield, and we have to give 2 examples of what he misses about the sea. So we need to make a claim. So what's our claim? Anybody?
In the text, Sea Fever by John Masefield. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, what's the blah, blah, blah? And let's just call it a poem because that's what it is, right? In the poem, Sea Fever by, oh my goodness, Miss Jost can't type today. I got gloved hands here, so I'm having a hard time. That'll be my excuse for today.
For today.
Just today, that's right. Okay, so for this one, I think you can kind of stay general. So are there more than 2 examples of why he wants to return to the sea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just keep that. Let's use these words. So in the poem Sea Fever by John Masefield, there are many examples of why he misses the sea. And then you could just say, here are a couple. And then we could talk about the first one and then the second one. So copy that down. And then what I need you to do is go back to the text and find me 1 example where it shows what he misses about the sea. And it might be more than 1 or 2 lines. You might have to like look at 2 or 3 lines in the poem. I thought I already let Kiera in. And so once you get done copying that, guys, then you need to go be my little detectives and go find me something from the text that shows what he misses about the sea. I gotta fix my chair. Okay, so I'm gonna split my screen too because I need to pull up the poem itself. Methinks. Oh my goodness. This drives me nuts. Let me try it a different way. Okay. All right, who found something that we could use in our first box?
Me, Haley.
Me, Haley, go ahead. Tell me what you have. What stanza are you in, hon?
Actually, they're in different stanzas. One of them is in first one.
Okay, so what do you have in the first one?
He misses the grade on breaking.
Okay, so you're saying in the gray, whoop, it's last line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think, you guys, let's think about this. Is that going to be enough? Or are you? No. You could do, okay, so what else do you think we should add to it? Remember, you could use those ellipses if you omit part of the text, but you can certainly you could certainly use an gray dawn breaking, but I think you need something else. What else do we need?
A gray mist on the sea's face.
Maybe, but what about this first line? I must go down to the seas again, and then you could use like the ... and then end a gray dawn, and you use those two lines, right? So let's do that. In your first detail box, let's put the quote, I must go down to the seas again, comma, and then ... because that's showing that there's text in between, right? And you could do, and a gray mist on the sea's face. Okay, watch this, guys. I'm gonna make my typing screen big for a second. So when you're writing poetry and you have a break in the line, but you're writing it in a paragraph, you have to use the /key. Okay, you see that? And that's right next to the shift key on the right-hand side. And the gray dawn breaking. Okay, once you get that copied, let's do this just so it's easier. Let's go and find a second quote that we could use in our second detail box. We'll skip over the analysis right now, just so we can like have full screens here for us.
Miss Jost, the one thing was, what was the end of detail?
I'm just copying down the lines from the poem only. So
What is after the?
Okay, hold on. There. How's that?
Dawn breaking.
Perfect.
Okay, so if you finish copying this on your graphic organizers, go back to the text. I'm going to leave this full up so people can see it better. Okay, go back to the text and find another line or two that we can use in that second detail box, in detail number 2. What I'm doing is, just so we don't have to keep going back and forth, I'm just actually getting the text work done first, and then we can go back and add our analysis and our explanation. really pounding on their keyboard. Holy crow. Who's ever got their mic on? Could you turn it off, please?
So after like this week, everyone's back going to school.
Who's talking to me?
Akeem.
Akeem. As far as I know, but that's subject to change, Akeem. Depends on what, how many people have COVID in the area, how many teachers are able to come to school, that kind of thing. So that changes daily, I think. That's the plan right now. Okay, so Akeem, since you're talking to me, I'm assuming you have all of this written down. And are you looking back in, since you're asking me that question, I'm assuming you have your work done and you should be looking back at your poem for
Yep,
the
I'm in
second
said
quote.
poem.
Okay, so what other lines in the poem can we use, guys? I'll pull the poem back up.
Is
What other-
it? Can we use the to the gull's way and the whale's way? Where the wind like a whetted knife.
Yeah, that would work. Anything would work. There's a lot of information showing what he misses about the sea, right? So basically he wants to go see all the animals and he wants to feel the wind in his face, even if it's really sharp and cold. Yeah. Okay. So I have to split my screen for a second just so I can get. Bah humbug. There we go. All right. So I'm going down to the second detail box and I'm going to type this in to the gull's way and the whale's way. And again, I have to use that slash where the wind like a whetted knife. End quote. Okay, let me let Paige in. Let me make that a full screen. There we go. Somehow I lost my participants. Where'd my little thingy go? Jeepers. I was just looking for my little box with all your little faces in it, but I can't seem to find what the heck happened to it. Let me go back over here. Good morning, Paige.
Morning.
So we are working on the graphic organizer all together since there's not that many of us in here today for sea fever. And basically the question is, what are two ways that the narrator in the poem misses the sea? I don't know where that went. That's driving me crazy. Oh, I know where I have to get it back up. Okay. Okay. Everybody have that except for maybe Paige? Hello? Hello? Children, are you out there?
I'm done.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys tell me, what do we need to go back and do?
We need to add our analyzation, and we have to put like little thingies where it introduces the detail.
That's right. Good job, Bella. So if we go back to detail box number 1, we need what do we call a transition, right? So we could say So our claim statement was in the poem Sea Fever by John Masefield. There are many examples of why he misses the sea. Here are a couple, right? So we could say the narrator states, comma, right? And then you could go right into your quote, I must go down to the seas again, and a gray mist on the sea's face and a gray dawn breaking, right? So that doesn't like really sound so great. So our explanation needs to be pretty good. So let's just do that. So we could say something like, this shows what? How
This
the-
shows how much. Well, this shows why he wants to go back down to the.
Okay, so this shows how much he wants to see go back to the sea.
Can we erase this means and just put
You
shows?
could, yep, you could. This shows how much he wants to go back to the sea and see the mist and the gray dawn breaking. What does that even mean? What's he talking about
Like
there?
this one.
Say again?
Like
Animals.
Nope.
like this. Like when the like. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, what's the dawn mean? What's another word for dawn? When day dawns, what happens?
Sunrise.
Sunrise, yes. Okay, so let's use that. So this shows how much he wants to go back to sea and see, or we could say, and feel the mist's face. And see the sunrise. Yes? Sound like a plan?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be out of time because this goes to 25 after, and it is exactly 25 after. So we will continue to work on this tomorrow. If you still owe me your I ready, please get that done. And I'll see you tomorrow because I got to go to second period. So do you.
Bye.
Bye. See you around.
Bye.
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 I'm trying to end the meeting.